interesting trend happening with consumer empowerment. There's been a lot of people writing about how wonderful and wonderfully compelling it is, but nobody has really looked at it from the perspective of the client or the politician. Everybody talks about how important the crowd are and how wonderful the crowd are. But what about the people who have to deal with the crowd? The people in the marketing departments, the corporations, the campaign offices having to deal with this. This kind of inspired us to put pen to paper to explore this issue, to understand how a business is responding to this particular trend. You know, and a quote we kind of picked up which kind of encapsulated our philosophy on this. You know, you can't stop the waves, the wave of consumer empowerment, but you can learn to surf. And our view is every business, every politician needs to know how to crowd surf and can crowd surf. And crowd surfing is the way that us as organisations, as marketeers, as business leaders, it's the way we navigate through the future. FedEx is a business that doesn't surf. There's a guy in America called Jose Avila. Jose is a very creative guy. He also got a very messy flat. Jose's flat was full of empty FedEx boxes. So Jose went, you know what, it'd be really cool if I actually kind of made furniture out of these boxes. So Jose started making chairs and tables and beds for his friends. You know, and it became quite popular, and Jose put a website up, you know, FedExFurniture.com. What did FedEx do? Did FedEx look at this fantastic PR opportunity? This is recycling, this is great, this is interesting. FedEx is boring, this is interesting. What did FedEx do? They sued him. Breach of intellectual property, the lawyers got onto it, how dare you abuse our trademark, yada, yada, yada. Unfortunately, Jose was very well connected. Jose had friends at the Stanford Law School. FedEx's attempts to sue Jose failed. All they did is make Jose look a hero and themselves look stupid. FedEx learnt the painful way. This is how you don't crowd surf. This is how you do not behave in this new hyper-connected, hyper-empowered world. HSBC, a similar problem. HSBC decided to impose charges on student loans in the UK and student grants. What happened was a Facebook group started, tens of thousands of students protested. You know, and HSBC kind of went, we kind of don't get this. We didn't expect this. What's happening? You know, and within days, HSBC were forced to back down. You know, HSBC didn't understand the world in which they did. It didn't realise actually this little Facebook thing is incredibly powerful, you know, and can actually get corporations to change their behaviour. McDonald's has been through an interesting journey, an interesting transition, and we talk about this in the book actually. 20 years ago, McDonald's was involved in the longest legal case in UK history, the McLibel 2. Many of you hopefully will have heard the story. Two activists standing outside of McDonald's giving out leaflets basically saying McDonald's destroys the rainforests, McDonald's does this, McDonald's does this. It's a whole series of kind of complaints. McDonald's chose at the time to sue them for libel. Okay, said, how dare you libel us, this isn't true, this isn't correct. Became a huge furore. Eventually McDonald's actually won 2 years later, but it did the corporation a huge amount of damage. Now, the good thing about McDonald's, I think, is they really learned from that. So when they were faced with Morgan Spurlock's Super Size Me, McDonald's took a very different approach. They didn't try and stop the film. McDonald's philosophy was, let's actually get involved in the debate. Okay, maybe it's not such a good idea to eat McDonald's every day, which is what Morgan did in the film, but they got involved in the debate. And equally, when Greenpeace started protesting about McDonald's activity in South America, once again, McDonald's entered in what they call civil debate. Okay? They took part of the issue, they took some of the steam out of the issue. And they've really now moved on, and they're now much incredibly open culture. I advise you to actually check out their website to see how open they are. They'll even show you footage from their abattoir if you're so interested. You know, give you nutritional information on their food. They've now created their own mum's panel. Now, I can be quite cynical about these things, but this is a genuine group of real consumers around the world advising McDonald's and publicising their opinions. So McDonald's has in our parlance, become a crowd surfer. They've evolved from being an organisation which was hyper-closed, hyper-controlling, believing that the lawyers can protect them, through to an organisation that embraces the crowd, recognises the need for dialogue, the need for debate, the need to enter into the whole debate.